folks, gather around because the government is about to do something absolutely revolutionary. They're trying to fix a problem that they created. I know, wild concept, right? So the Trump administration has decided to revive a process that allows certain convicts to get their gun rights back. Now, before anyone loses their minds, no, we're not talking about handing out AR-15s to serial killers like it's Black Friday at a gun store. We're talking about people who made mistakes, served their time, and are now just trying to live life without the government treating them like ticking time bombs. Now, this process actually used to exist, but then in the 90s, Congress did what Congress does best: screwed it up. They pulled the funding. So for 30 years, people who had done their time had zero way to get their rights back. You could literally have been convicted of mail fraud in 1985, turned your life around, and still wouldn't be allowed to own a .22 rifle today. Justice. But now the DOJ is saying, hey, maybe not everyone with a record should be permanently treated like a violent threat. Brilliant deduction, Sherlock. So they're putting together a system where people can apply to get their rights back if they meet very specific criteria. Of course, since this is the government we're talking about, I can only assume the process will be painfully slow, unnecessarily expensive, and just bureaucratic enough to make sure no one actually makes it through. But hey, at least they're trying, right? We'll just have to wait and see. But wait, it gets better, because nothing in the gun rights world happens without some ridiculous drama. Guess who got caught up on all this? Mel freaking Gibson. Yeah, that Mel Gibson. Apparently he wanted his gun rights restored after a 2011 misdemeanor conviction. And get this, a DOJ lawyer got fired after refusing to push his application through. I mean, come on. We've got literal criminals roaming the streets in some cities, but this was the scandal? I'm confused here. The DOJ, of course, swears up and down that this had nothing to do with Mel Gibson. But let's be real. If you believe that, I've got some prime real estate on Mars to sell you. The bottom line is, even when the government tries to do something good, they still find a way to make it weird. And look, I get that some people are nervous about restoring gun rights to former convicts, but let's just take a second to appreciate the hilarious hypocrisy here. The same government that thinks illegal immigrants should vote and prisoners should get college degrees suddenly thinks this is where we draw the line. Oh, and let's not forget the only people who actually follow gun laws are, wait for it, law-abiding citizens. Meanwhile, criminals are out here picking up unregistered Glocks like they're ordering Uber Eats. But yes, tell me more about how this new system is going to protect the public. So what's the actual takeaway here? Is this new process going to work? Who knows? The government is involved, so odds are it'll be slower than the ATF agent doing basic math. But the principle is solid. If you served your time, you should get your rights back. The Second Amendment doesn't say shall not be infringed unless we think you might not be responsible enough. So in conclusion, the government is finally trying to fix something they broke, but they're still making it as complicated as humanly possible. People with non-violent records might get their rights back if they can navigate the ATF's bureaucratic nightmare. And somewhere out there, Mel Gibson is probably drinking whiskey and wondering how the hell he got dragged into all of this. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments. Give me a like and subscribe. And if you'd like to continue to support us, there'll be links down below like Amazon, only tactical fans at myshopify.com. And yeah, anyways, cheers to you, Mel. You didn't deserve this nonsense. Until next time, stay armed, stay free, and watch out for government logic. It's deadlier than any firearm. Peace.